Hi, this is Jared Polak, founder of Entre Results, author of Entre Balance, author of Entre Business, founder of Entre Results Academy, back for another dynamic podcast today. The question today is how much to charge for your products and services? How much to charge for your products and services? This is a question that comes up certainly for new business owners. This is a question that we work on with people that are starting their businesses within the first year or two. I used to personally coach a lot of people on this topic. Now we have other Entre Results coaches that usually focus on kind of those newer businesses. But at the same time, if you've been in business 5, 10, 15, 20 years, it's also important to take a reevaluate how you charge for your products and services. This can absolutely transform your business. So we're going to look at really like 5 different things as we attack that question. So number one, and this is a marketing one, but this is a financial one too. So this is what's really important is who is your target? Who is your target client? Why did you choose that client? And that makes a big difference in terms of what you can charge. Now, I know if you have a lot of different services, you may have to kind of hone in on one service or one product as we ask that initial question, because you can have multiple niches, but who are you adding value to? That is quintessential number one. Number two, and this is a little bit deeper, and we go deeper into this on different podcasts and different explanations and different blogs and things like that, but just to kind of share this with you, what do you need to charge in order to have a net profit percentage of 15 or 20%? What I mean by that is after you make all your sales, all your revenue, you pay all your people to deliver your products and services, you pay for everything to make that product if it's a product, you pay for all of your overhead, you pay your salary for yourself, pay every single thing except for taxes. So taxes not included yet. But after all of that, how can you have a business where you charge where you make 15 or 20%? So for example, if you have $100,000 per month in sales, $100,000 a month in sales, you pay your people, pay your overhead, pay yourself, pay everyone. What's left over, you'll have $15,000 or $20,000 left. That is before taxes. So that's one thing you have to figure out in terms of how much to charge for your products and services. That's number two. Number three, it's really crucial because to look at your top 3 to 5 products or services. So analyze the different products and services you have and try to figure out which ones of them are actually making money. Now, hopefully they're all making some money, but a lot of times when we look at companies and we go in and we really dig in deep, sometimes there's a few services that don't make any money for a company, or there's 1 or 2 services or products that make all the money for the company. And so you really want to kind of break your services down a little bit and categorize them differently to understand what really is making money for your company, because that affects what you charge, or maybe you actually might decide to make some changes. Number 4, and this is, I like to do this after you do the first 3. Again, there's different approaches to this, but number 4 is look at what the market will bear for your products and services. So again, it depends on your target market, but what does your competition do? Do you have a competition, or is your niche so unique that you have a wider ability to charge a different amount for your products or services? But what does the market bear? What can the market hold in terms of what you charge? Oftentimes people do this to begin with, and I think that's okay. But I like to do that after figuring out what it's going to take for you to actually make money. And so all that being said, do your market research? What does the market bear? And 5, and this is kind of a compilation of all 4 of them, based on all this information, based on your target, who you're focusing on, based on the fact that you have to make 15 to 20% profit percentage for most industries, okay? Unless you're, a restaurant industry, it might be a little different, or grocery industry, but we want to shoot for 15 to 20%. After you looked at your top 3 or 5 products or services, after you looked at your market what your market bear, now kind of evaluate all that and look and see what in your business needs to change in order to be able to charge the appropriate amount. Maybe you need to add more value to your products or services so you can charge more. Or perhaps it's a totally different situation where you look at your labor efficiency and you realize, man, I'm going to charge a certain amount, but I need to be able to make sure I get my labor more efficient so they get more done in less time. Or maybe I need to be able to buy deeper discounts so I can not spend as much money on creating my product so I can sell it more and make the money. And so really just going through this, it's about charging, how much you're going to charge, but it's also sometimes you realize that it's the expenses that you spend in terms of that go directly into your product or service. Or maybe you realize, hey, maybe I don't need that huge office anymore. I should cut that office expense out and go a little bit more virtual. So that's number 5. So go out. I know, listen, just to kind of recap, I know you're passionate about what you do. Hopefully you have a mission and some values, and you want to just create something that does wonderful things for the world, but you have to charge appropriately. You have to make money in order to serve the world in a mighty way. So go out and take action on these 5 things. Have a better than amazing day.